Hey guys, thank you for joining me. It's lunchtime and the streak of consistency continues. So this will be uploaded shortly. Been thinking a lot lately about the idea of how we just accept information at face value. I'm going to try and keep this fairly concise. There's a few things this has kind of been bugging me about. Things, when things just kind of stick in your head and you just kind of mull over on them over and over and over again. So I'll start with something fairly recent that I've repeated several times myself. So I've been doing a lot of intermittent fasting, and I found something interesting. Because it's not true, and this is not medical advice, okay? But you can't just live in a calorie deficit, right? I'm blessed to be one of those people who stress causes to gain weight, not lose weight. So if you know what I'm talking about there's a few other things that go hand in hand with that. And for me, if I live in a caloric deficit, and I've done it, I can literally, not eat. So I'll have supper, not eat anything until supper the next day. And it takes a while for me to lose weight doing that. I actually just feel like trash for several weeks, and it's very, very, very modest losses. It's like my body really, really tries hard to hang on. And then it's interesting though, if I change it up, say for instance, I don't eat after supper and I don't eat breakfast, and then I have lunch at 12:30. If I eat just meat, so it could be like a couple of hamburger patties, steak. I try to stick with beef. It's another topic, but it's because of the type of fat and how they're fed and all that stuff. But if I do that and I just have beef, and then I go home and have like a normal supper, just basically whatever's prepared, I'll lose average of 3 pounds a week, like clockwork, for 4 months before any noticeable change begins to happen to that ratio, right? And it's also interesting that if I do basically the same thing, but I have carbohydrates along with the protein at lunch, it's not the same thing. Much, much less weight comes off. So, as you can imagine, there's been some frustration involved on my part, but also it just makes me think, how much information do we accept at face value? And how many things are there in our life that are, it's calories in, calories out. It's just, create a caloric deficit rather than a caloric surplus, and you're set. As with most things in life, it's not that simple. So I hope this has been somewhat thought-provoking, and I will bring up some of the other topics in the upcoming lunch hours. Thanks for joining me, guys. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, because the bloody algorithm. Thanks. See ya in the next one.